night. We came outside about 10 o'clock last night. And we had a whole herd of hogs out by our septic system sprayer. So Don pulled out that 22 and got him.
Yeah, she was 80 yards. And I hit it right there with a 22 hollow point CCI. And I didn't see the blood trail last night. I just followed where I thought she went and I found her. But this morning there's a blood trail. She was leaking blood like she was shot with a deer rifle, and she only went about 50 yards from where when I shot her with that 22. So I mean, see, I hit her like that right in those lungs. And the other day when my granddaughter, about a month ago, my granddaughter killed one. She hit it the same way. She shot a little old bitty Rossi 22 with that CCI bullet, hollow point bullet, and it did the same thing with about 40, 50 yards. But this is a nice big sow. She was so far back in the woods last night, and it was so cold, and I'm so old that I didn't feel like dragging her out and gutting her and everything, but this would have been a great size. But deer season ends this coming Sunday on January the 5th, so we're going to be shooting, looking for some hogs. And so if I find one like this again, which won't be a problem, then I'll shoot it, we're going to skin it and eat it. And we hadn't really got after those elk. We said, well, if it shows up, we'll shoot it, but we haven't been out there. There's been many times when if we'd have hunted, they were there in daylight, easily could have shot the big bulls, because now we have 4 big bulls showing up, different bulls. And but it's, you know, when you're my age and everything, it's just too hard when you're all by yourself to try to drag one of them out food, especially when it's usually gonna see it when it's cold and getting dark, and you just think, man, if I was young, I'd be shooting that thing. If I was young, that bull would have been killed last year. Yeah, but I'm not young, so. But anyways, I'm gonna take her out there and dump her out. You know, I know we need to get rid of these hogs. I mean, the other day I was walking, I left my deer stand, and I fixed to leave my deer stand, and about 30 hogs come running out to that feeder. So I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and spook them off. I'm not gonna shoot anything this evening because we're still have some deer hunting we want to do, and I don't want to shoot right now. So I thought, well, when I bump my door on this deer blind, they'll take off. So I stood up. I didn't try to make it be quiet or anything. I bumped that door real loud. They kept feeding. So then I thought, well, when I get out and start walking over to them, they'll take off. I walked up to within 10. I know it's stupid, but I walked up within 10 yards of them. I go, hey, and then they just looked up at me, went back to feed. So then I started slapping my hands like you're trying to run off some chickens. Get out of here, get out of here. And they finally ran over about 20 yards, stopped and didn't like it, and then they went on. And then the next evening, I was walking back to I hunted all evening. I saw a nice buck that I debated whether I was gonna shoot or not, and I didn't. And so I was walking back, and I heard, it sounded like there was about 40 of them this time, and they sounded, I mean, they were growling, making all that noise that hogs sound. Here they go, wah, 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 coming towards me. So I thought, well, I'm gonna, you know, all of a sudden there they are right there on the trail. I mean, a bunch of them coming straight at me. So I thought, well, I'm gonna shoot it. And so I take it off. I try to take it off safety. I go, what the heck? And I realized I've been hunting all evening long. They didn't even put a bullet in the chamber. And I had these hogs right there on top of me. And then I quickly got one in there. And it was a great big boar that I saw. I was gonna go ahead and just shoot it to get rid of it. And but by the time it walked over into cedars and it was too dark, I couldn't shoot it. But I tell you what, as you get older, you start forgetting stuff. And I forgot to put a bullet in the chamber, and that would have been dangerous. The first time was stupid when I walked up to them and shoot them off, ran them off. The second time, when I was just going back to my four-wheeler, and I ran up on them, they came up on me. I forgot I hunted all evening long without a bullet in the chamber. But anyways,
so the point of this story is we need to get rid of these hogs.
I guess so.
Okay.
That's the way to end the video.
Okay.
All right, I'll go take care of her.
Okay, good.
Well, just got back from down the hill down there, got cleaned up, fixing to go to town. We're gonna buy some alfalfa hay and some more corn. Next week, after deer season, it's supposed to get really, really cold, and down in the 20s every day and stay cold all day long every day. And after the last big freeze we had here, I don't really trust the weather service when they tell us something. When we lived over in Sutton County, there was we had a bunch of axis deer. And there's none here, but they used to be, but had a whole bunch over there in Sutton County, and it had a big, big hard freeze for a week. So Luckily, I saw it coming. I went and bought a bunch of alfalfa bales, and I put out every day. And the deer that was on my place, I didn't lose any. They're wild deer, you know, it's a low fence. They can come and go. But there's other ranches out there, really big ranches out there. There's one ranch out there, I think it was 33,000 acres, not too far from me, a mile or two. And I think they lost 2,000 axes they found on that place. So we're going to town today to get hay and corn and put it out, try to help the deer, even though deer season is going to be over Sunday, give them a boost through this cold weather. And you might think about that if you're going to your hunting spot this weekend, take them a little bit extra, because I mean, with the freeze that seems to be coming along, you know what I mean, nowadays, it's just, it's really detrimental to wildlife. We lost so many axes, and the ones that were left, these big old high fence places around here, and with the government and the ranchers, they trapped every axis that was running loose out here, just about. They trapped thousands to put on them high fence places so they can sell hunts with them. So the population of axis, where we used to go to Kerrville, we're going back up the road where we go to town, we'd see 500 to 1,000 axis deer on a 45-minute trip. Now you don't see any. I mean, every once in a while you might see one doe, but you don't see anything. But anyways, we got some pictures in here of the deer. Today is what? What is today? Thursday? Mm-hmm. Today's Thursday, and we got some video pictures we're gonna put on this video, trail cam pictures, and some big bucks that have shown up. The wind is exactly wrong until Sunday, but we're gonna try to hunt and get us one more deer, and try to go ahead and shoot a turkey or something. And but anyways, I just turned 71 years old on the 30th, and so I told Claire this morning, I said, my new theme this year is, my new theme song this year is staying alive, staying alive. So I'm gonna try to do as much as I can and stay as active as possible and keep on moving so I can be here at 81 making you some videos. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Dawn just dropped me off at my deer stand, and I have a buck tag left, so that's what I'm hoping a buck will come out. Here comes a flock of turkey. It's pretty exciting to see them because we've been hunting this property about a year and a half, and I haven't seen a flock of turkey at my stand yet, so I'm not going to shoot a turkey today. I'm waiting on a big buck to come out. Hopefully one does. Some does and some small bucks just came out. It was a beautiful day and a wonderful hunt, but that big buck just didn't make it out today. Maybe next time.